I should be visible. And yeah, that's us painting. Wait a second. Is that? I think I got maybe a little hiccup there. Yeah, now I'm visible to me too. Just a little unnerving not seeing that somehow. But hi, hello again. It's time for another Playword painting stream. And uh, the Unseelie engine. Tiri missed for this year's and time painted Tiri the art star, which just though not complete thing this stream after that. Start by for a base foundation for the Unseelie engine. Want to try. So I'm going to start off yeah, actually not going to dry brush. I'm just going to paint the all over with both the some copper. Brown, somewhat warm brown. Really well. I think in a way there's, since standing from a time, candlelight. Oh no, no good. Kim, how is the audio for you? It's better now? Maybe it was a temporary thing. I hope you can understand me now. This is a very good nickname for pointing out severe problems in a stream. So, how are you doing? That's probably how you should pronounce it, right? Loudly. Hi, Guslado. Sounded like a Dalek with a heavy accent. You said connection. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Dalek with a heavy accent. Hey, what Dalek? I suppose Dalek, they're generally British, aren't they? Because it's a British show. But then suddenly, like a Swedish Dalek, maybe? As loud as possible, yeah. So, how are you doing? And Guslado, how are you doing? I listened to the Neverborn episode yesterday, where Guslado and the Rage Quit Wire podcast spoke of Neverborn in GG3, Gaining Grounds 3. It's really interesting. Can recommend giving it a listen. Guslado being firmly in the Marcus/Barcus camp, just like me. Although I am a bit of a Neverborn noob. I played mostly Guild and a little bit of Arcanists in the latest GGs. I have played Neverborn a little bit lately. It's very safe and nice to experiment with a new faction when you've got a trusted friend in the same faction, a dual faction master. So like with Marcus, it's not so scary to experiment with Neverborn if you've got him along for the ride. Or maybe it is. Maybe you should be worried. He does tend to like to mutate and blend species and stuff. That's a little scary, actually, when you think about it. Doing well, keeping busy. It was a fun episode to do. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm lagging behind a lot with Malifaux podcasts. Like sometimes I just forget certain type or certain podcast just exists, and I'll like just listen to comedy podcasts or something like that. And then I'll be like, hey, wait a minute. Malifaux podcasts exist. And that's where I came to be listening to that. Also listen to the Errata episode and currently the Neverborn episode. I've got a little bit of a faction identity crisis, which happens quite a lot for me. There are so many wonderful, cool, and crazy things to try out in Malifaux, both thematically and gameplay-wise, that I think it's very difficult to just pick and stick to a faction. And granted, I have played this game since kind of like the middle or second half of first edition, so I guess maybe I should go easy on myself for having a lot of stuff. But sometimes I wish I just like have the ability to stick to one faction and just love that faction unconditionally. Okay, so it's base coded, and we could just actually dry brush that with a bit of Hashut copper. It might be that it's called, I'm not sure if Hashut copper is like a current paint by Citadel. It might be that it's actually the other one, Brass Scorpion. I'm actually not quite sure. I think they're very similar though. Gen Con was officially 10 years of my playing Malifaux, says Guslato. Tried Malifaux for the first time at Gen Con 2013 when M2 was launched. Yeah, it's very cool. I think you said in the show. And it can surprise you when you're like, shit, I played this game for quite some time. Because I remember when Malifaux was like some, it was just new. Recently just discovered it. Friend Marcus Judvog demoed it to me. I think that was in 2010. I think I got to play Sonia, which has given me a little bit of nostalgia towards Sonia and her witchlings, although they're not quite my cup of tea gameplay-wise. I still have a fondness for them. I'm really happy I've got the crew. Sonia, Hunter of Minorities, Creed. She's not a very nice person, is she? Right? says it's interesting to find a new podcast and listen from episode 1 and hear them how they react to all what's happened in the last few years. Yeah, that can be really fun. You guys have any favorite gaming podcasts? I've listened to a bit of the Breachside broadcast recently as well. Really enjoy that. I'm generally someone who has an easier time getting through audiobooks than physical copies. But I love reading, but just like internet ruined it a little bit for me. Students of Conflict. Yeah, I heard that plugged. I should look that one up. Sounds really nice. Just hearing how players learn the game is very interesting. Learn different matchups and keep learning. Yeah, it sounds like a really good one. It's also easy to, like, when you play a miniature game for very long, like, it's very easy to think of Malifaux as a new game for me still. Which, I mean, compared to some games, of course it is, but it's also not. It's in its 3rd edition. Makes me feel a little old. Podcast you do, so you're a little biased. Hey, you did some good content in the Rage Quit Wire, so why shouldn't you make some good content in your own podcast? I'll make sure to give it a listen, dog. Yeah. Is it on Spotify? Or any of like how do I listen to it? Says not gaming, but a lot of diving podcasts for Malifaux, like Steam Powered Scoundrels. Ooh, diving podcasts. Hey, it would be. I've thought that diving is something I would like to start or try at least. Like, I've never done scuba diving. I like snorkeling, and I would love to snorkel by. It's really funny saying the word snorkel, but I'd love to snorkel by like a coral reef again. But diving seems really exciting. A little scary, but exciting. Like, I'm not sure diving in Sweden is what I want to do though, because like you can't see for shit. And I think like dark waters, deep dark waters, where you can't see anything, that I I find that a little scary, to be honest. Call me silly. Various podcast places. I'll try those then. So it did a purple wash all over, and hopefully I shook it, because otherwise we might end up with those annoying white little patches. That's always very annoying. Might give it 2 washes, actually. We'll see. I'm going to check it out when it's dry. I don't always paint with washes, but especially on large areas of metals, I think it's can help you get a very good foundation to work on. So what I want to do now is I want to grab some Hashut copper and Actually, maybe just the broad scorpion paint instead, if I can find it. I think maybe it covers better. Yeah, I'm gonna go with brass scorpion instead. I think it's a better coverage. No cold water is either warm or solid. What? Now I'm confused. I'm easily confused, I guess. Okay, so the bronze / copper / something metals on Tiri here were also washed purple. I think it gives a kind of nice depth. One con it has, of course, is that it dulls things down a little bit. But I'm going to repaint the most prominent areas with some brass scorpion and where I feel like the metal should reflect the most light. Leaving a lot of the dark purple tinged metals showing. What do you mean where there is no cold water? Did I accidentally talk about cold water? Warm or solid? Oh, right. It's a joke. It's either warm or it's ice. I get it now. I'm just slow. To be fair, I've got a little bit of a headache and neck ache and what have you. Yeah. So I think you're a person who doesn't freeze easily. Yeah, for me, for me, it's mostly. I think it's a little scary with dark waters. It's just not very transparent. The dark, deep waters where you can't see the Cthulhu monsters roaming beneath you. Scary. Scary. Scary stuff. Visited Croatia this summer, and those waters are very transparent. Beautiful country. Kind of feel like when I visited Croatia and seeing like they got shit's so beautiful, and you're like, yeah, I wonder why people actually visit Sweden as tourists. We've mostly just got trees. Okay, maybe that's unfair, but I guess it's easy to be like, think of your hometown and or to be like, why do people go here? So, how long you been diving? Sorry. Annoyance. What? Why? Annoyance? Are you annoyed, Spider-Dine? What's happened? What's up? How's the new computer? Are you annoyed with it? Meeting. Yeah, that could have been a phone call. I mean, I hope it was just very, very temporary. Better? Okay. It's usually not the case. It's been quite some time since we had that issue, I think. It's a little annoying. You guys painting anything right now? Yeah, apparently I turn into a robot. I mean, it's kind of thematic, considering what we are painting. Robotinor. It's kind of like Robotnik, but with less of an impressive mustache game, I guess. You know what it could be? I'm not sure, but I think I forgot a VPN on. Uh, Could I? It could be my fault. But somehow I'm not sure the VPN was actually on. But and I'm back, and possibly that was the issue, that a person who has nothing to hide had a VPN tunnel running. I'm like a really infamous hacker, actually, but nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows my real hacker identity / my real identity, depending on your perspective. That's really it. Spartan says, I'm not painting anything because I'm sweaty and uncomfortable. Yeah, that's not like the best circumstance to be painting. You want to be comfortable. Is it very warm in Finland? Playword Kim says, I'm painting a horrible Harriet for a non-gamer friend. Horrible Harriet, was that? You know, I might have. I think I know what miniature that is, but I just somehow don't at all remember what it looks like. The Easter Pole Crockett, right? Yeah, right. Just don't remember what it looked like. I need to Google it. Hacker Bob? Yeah, I'm not gonna comment. I wish I was a hacker. I mean, that's really cool, right? Who doesn't want to be a hacker? Or actually, like, for someone who just said, I wish I was a hacker, like, I don't know any programming, so maybe that's just a silly remark. I mean, of course it's a silly remark, but okay, let's go brighter. Let's go brighter. Where's that silver color? Where's the silver? So I think for the past like 6 months, I've been saying I need to get a haircut. I'm gonna get a haircut on Friday. Okay, maybe it wasn't 6 months, but it's been a while. I don't know why. Just I don't like going to the hairdressers. Or actually, like my hairdresser, she's really nice. So in a way I do like it, but there's just something about sitting in front of that mirror, seeing yourself. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be too self-loathing. I played Pandora a bit recently, so maybe that's self-loathing spilling over. Whenever you say you play Pandora, like I'm scared people will like just ostracize me. That lady, that monster has so much NPE baggage. It's yeah, it's funny. Hot in Estonia too. Hi, Plastic Prater. It's not very hot at all in Sweden. Come over here. Maybe it's gonna be soon though, but I don't know. Want a cold summer? Come to Sweden. Bob the Hacker. Feared across the 7 web seas. Web seas? Swap to a silver. I mean, there's a tiny bit of bronze still in the brush, but doing bright silvery highlights along the edges of things, usually the upper edge. $38 is too much. Way too much. Appreciate you giving the Celsius as well, so I understand what you're talking about. 38 Celsius. Ugh. Like, I can handle 28 Celsius. Can handle 30 Celsius. 38? Doubtful. Highly doubtful. Imagine working in 38 Celsius. Ugh. To convert anytime someone says C, so I figured it would be helpful in the other direction. Yeah. I just think it's very, I think it's very handy that 0 is where water freezes and 100 is where water boils. It's very easy to, I say that because I grew up with it, I guess. Handy for water, but not useful for human existence. Oh, is Fahrenheit useful for human existence? Well, they're both useful for human existence, I guess. We don't get flooding. Flooding, oh, yeah, there's been a crazy amount of rain lately. It's been insane how much it's rained. It's calmed down a bit here, at least. Draw the silver loaded brush along these parts to get the highlight where I want it. Some areas are simpler than others. The steel and bronze should reflect off each other, so it kind of makes sense to make a highlight sort of like the inside edge as well, I feel. More granule for how warm something is. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure I've ever felt that Celsius needs more granularity, though, to be honest. It's like the difference between 24 and 26 Celsius is like, or 24 and 25. It's like, okay, yeah, it doesn't really affect me. Dude. Hi, dude. So, Spardine. Uh, dude, is Swedish. So, yeah. Yeah, using metrics for measurements makes a lot of sense since, like, inches and feet is stupid as hell. Am I being political now? It's just so stupid. So stupid. Granted, there's a lot of things with measuring stuff that is stupid, like measuring time, months, etc. There's a lot of stupid stuff. Very annoying to change, though, right? How are you doing, Dubois? You actually don't think there's any real merit to Fahrenheit, but I could be mistaken. I could also just be some grumpy Swede here, being like just a silly person. Probably am. Work works. At least I can look at something else hobbying. Oh yeah. Flavor, just phrasing. Okay. Yeah. So that 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 old cyborg dude with a bow, whose name I can't remember, you painted him very well. Love the look of Cooper. Mr. Cooper. Great work on Mr. Cooper. He looks very evil. He's scary. Scary guy. You planning on exploring the Swedish Nationals? So yeah, we've got the Swedish Nationals on the 16th and 17th of September, and if you're hearing this, you are welcome to join us because we welcome even Danes to our nationals. Our arch enemies, the Danes, are also welcome. Think of Fahrenheit as a scale of uncomfortably cold to uncomfortably hot. 0 is really cold and 100 is really hot, and Celsius is kind of cold and 100 is humans are dead. Yeah. But how is it better than like how is it better? I mean, yeah. avoid 100 degrees, sure, but like, hmm. Isn't it just awkward that freezing point is just okay? Yeah, I guess there are some merits. Yeah, maybe you can. Uh, Estonia, you said, right? Dude well says, we all know this Fahrenheit Celsius discussion will end up someone calling the other one a Nazi, right? Yeah. I mean, I've got the power of speech here, so I guess I should be mindful of the kind of privilege I have. Uh, the truth is, I'm just annoyed that I feel dumb whenever someone says Fahrenheit, and I'm really confused. So, yeah, it would be cool if Estonia. Yes, I mean, like building a scene can be a lot. I thought it could be my VPN that I didn't turn off, but I have turned it off now. Spiridine coming over and winning things? Well, the bad Finn. Spiridine is a very good Malifaux player, but it is possible you cannot understand me saying this because I am roboting or I don't know. Okay, we are not actually sure what the problem is. It's a little strange. Hmm. Am I less robot Elinore now? Robot. Yeah, I don't know what it is actually. Strange. How peculiar. Maybe it's just some sort of video ninja thing. Exterminate. Yeah. Exterminate. How queer. Indeed. Now, isn't this queer? Maybe pinkish orangey eyes for robot. Hmm. No Explorer for Nationals, I think. Okay. Yeah, like I played Neverborn this weekend. My first tournament in 3rd edition I played Neverborn in. It was a lot of fun. I still have faction identity dysphoria. Scylla mastering Cooper sounds like a recipe for disaster. Perhaps. So what's your plan, Cooper? I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it dead. That's probably not what it sounds like. I'm sorry. That was a horrible impersonation. But yeah. Jumping to, you need to do that voice more often. I'm pretty good at doing stupid sounding voices. Sometimes it hurts my throat though. Like, it's like I can make sounds I'm not supposed to make, so it hurts afterwards. Can't be bad, all right? Okay, so I decided let's paint some cables blue because I don't know, it's a color. It's a color, and it contrasts a bit with bronze, and like Tiri's a little bit blue. I just picked blue, okay? Maybe you'll sound like Cooper 24/7. I feel like maybe I need to drink more like cognac and or maybe like what does Cooper drink? See, there's Lord. Did anyone see that unexpected last season of Dexter? Whiskey man. Yeah, I'm thinking whiskey like bourbon. He probably like, drinks a lot of bourbon. Did people see the last Dexter season? that came out like yesteryear. Lord Cooper is in that, I'm telling you. It's not a robot, but other than that, Lord Cooper is in that Dexter show. He's a little creepy. Well, it's got Dexter New Blood. I have a lot of Dexter nostalgia, but I think that was a very good way to like save a TV series that ended very badly. Yeah. See, Dexter is strange. I would recommend if you want to watch Dexter. I know people generally don't follow recommendations like this, but I would certainly avoid watching anything after season 4. I guess strangely, like season 5 and 7 are all right, sorta. But 6 and 8 are atrociously bad. Seasons 1 through 4 are good, especially season 4, which is like really good. Season 8 is horrible. Then there's Dexter New Blood, which is it's kind of season 9, but it's not. Like there's like an 8-9 year time jump. So Dexter New Blood, which could be called season 9, is really good. But seasons 6 and 8 are just atrociously bad. Multiverse? Yeah, maybe. 4 is perhaps the strongest one. 5 is all right. It's just that it kind of pales in comparison to the one before it. See, now I'm talking a lot about Dexter suddenly. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a guy in Dexter season 9/New Blood that reminds me a lot of Lord Cooper. Doing some like, where's the new season available streaming? I thought it was via Play or who? Actually, I'm not sure. It wasn't via Play, but I'm confused with streaming. I'm not sure if via Play is like a Nordic thing or like super international, or so I'm not sure. Is via Play like a thing in the US? See, because I don't know. Maybe it was just there. It ended up. This is a very strange way of saying. I don't know. Could have just said that. I don't know. But like, I got a recommendation about not watching past, I don't know, a certain season of Battlestar Galactica when I was first gonna watch that, and like I couldn't just do that based on someone's recommendation. I can't just skip a season. But then after seeing, I kind of wish I'd listened to them. I don't know. Tiri the only thing that matters in Dexter season 6 happens in the last 5 minutes of that season. Everything else is inconsequential and bad. I shall try and talk about something not Dexter. Sky Showtime tells to play. There's so many streaming services right now, or right now, nowadays. It's difficult to keep track of all. I mean, I guess there are sites that you can just search for a show and it'll tell you where you can stream it, right? Finished Good Omens season 2. Did you like it? I haven't actually seen it. I really enjoyed Sandman, but I haven't seen the Good Omens TV series. Would you recommend it? It's amazing. See, yeah. See, like the book, I kind of lost interest sort of halfway through, but I thought it was pretty good. I think maybe it might have been just me. It's not you, it's me. Sometimes that happens. That's nice. That can do a lot. Yeah, I should look up Good Omens. Good Omens. It's all the list all the streaming services. Given show. That's very good. That's nice. Like the last person it felt like on Earth, I watched through the Narcos series and Narcos Mexico as well, actually, and I really like those. Currently watching the Witcher TV series. Mixed feelings with the latest season, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I like Narcos. I think I think 2 whole seasons with Pablo Escobar was too much, though. It got very repetitive. I don't know, but I like the 3rd season the most. I think where when Escobar is not in the game anymore. I think that one was better. Dealing with the Cali cartel. I get it, dude. Wow, I get it. I think it can be a little bit like that sometimes. Okay, so like we painted. If you look at the artwork, there's a very cool glow like around the robot in a way that it's very difficult to know. Like I have trouble knowing how I would paint such a glow. I don't know, but maybe this is good. Do we want some glow? I don't know. I bet. Tiger King is certainly interesting, yeah. A lot of creepy stuff in that. Yeah, unsure if I want to do like some sort of glow. I think she looks nice like this. So this Tiri, I'm gonna give away at Swedish Nationals. Should be fun. It will probably be. I haven't decided quite how it's going to work out, but maybe it will be a random prize. We'll see. Don't know what makes the most sense. There was a lot of hype around that Tiger King documentary. Yeah. I read those chats in the wrong order. Whoever has the biggest hat. Yeah. That could be a that could be a really fun competition. Let's measure hats. Okay, so Tiri is looking pretty good. I think. Possible glow later. We'll see. Spider-Dan has a very good hat. Yeah, but you're not coming, are ya? You're not coming, are ya? You have to come to the Swedish Nationals and show you have the biggest hat. I still think it's a little funny that you're the Italian champion, aren't you? Or are you coming? It would be cool if you came to the Swedish Nationals. Why did I do that? Why did I? So that part is bronze on one side and steel on the other? That doesn't make any sense, Elinore. Get the Italians to come. We got a few Danes at least, and one person living in Denmark who is from France. Gigantic foam cowboy hat. That's impressive. Should foam be allowed? Yeah, should probably be allowed. Maybe the competition should be who would enjoy having this the most? And people get to argue. Yeah, we totally did get some of that stupid white shadows. Get Denmark region. Shots fired. Shots fired. For Denmark. Did they really deserve that? I think we did. Did Denmark deserve it? So sometimes if you don't shake a wash properly, you'll get white patches where you'll have the most concentration of wash, which is annoying. But I'm putting some watered down black paint there because like they're going to be the where I want deep shadows anyway. So kind of fixes it. Okay, so let's work a bit on the Unseelie engine and with some raw scorpion, we are going to highlight to like the first highlight. Thighs should get a lot of light. Groin area less so. The robot groin. This thigh doesn't get quite as much light, I guess, the right thigh. But a bit from this direction. And the robot calves. And the robot feet. Robot. Are there any Asimov references on any Malifaux cards? Being such a reference-heavy game, robots just tend to make me think of Asimov. For some strange reason. I wonder why. It's fun having a stream where I can just throw questions out there about random stuff. And a lot of the time you'll get an answer. Because the weirdos are awesome. Currently painting robot shoulder blades. Maybe. I think. Don't do much Arcanists. Fair. Arcanists are filth. Lovely filth, but filth nonetheless. Or are they? Arcanists have the arguably the least oppressive writer. Hey, do you guys feel like the writers are not quite as bad anymore since, good slash evil, since there's much more stunned in the game now? I've always liked playing writers. Probably because I've always felt they're a bit good. There's a lot of stunned in the game now. The new stuff. Like a lot of Malifaux Burn stuff gets stunned conditions. To hand out. And a lot of the new Malifaux monsters too, I guess. One of those conditions that somehow not like candy and they're like candy. Another cruise has no stun to give out or remove. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. He staggers pretty good too, though. In the right circumstances. Sometimes it's not great, I guess. Can be good. Uh, well, maybe not in. Yeah, almost, but no. Like sometimes, like staggered can really mess people up. Um, like staggering a peacekeeper makes it really sad, for example. And like in some missions, can carve a path. Staggered can be really annoying, but like in general, stunned is a stronger condition. Sure, I think. Staggered Model 9 yesterday. Oh, what a meanie. Severe drool puddles. What did Borg play? guess I should say Borg, but I accidentally just said Borg. Clampets 1. Yeah, I faced the Clampets 2, I guess, this weekend. They were a bit annoying. Like they turned off Misery auras. That was mean. I wanted to do Misery and stuff. Still went well, but we have a lot of bio players in Malmö on the tournament. Actually, bio was popular. Sorry, I can't hear you over double Master Pandora and Nekima. I only did that once. Only once. And then I played Marcus and Nekima. Actually, only played Pandora once. And don't know what your faction is. Me neither. Maybe Marcus. Faction Marcus. I'm not sure. But I love Marcus. That I do know. Marcus. Got Lady J and the Bones of Zoraida crew, but I like monsters in every faction. Marcus is a good faction because he likes 4 factions. Well, is he? He's Arcanist Neverborn, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's whenever people ask you, wait, so your stealth, butterfly jump, flight, disguised, and +1 movement? Yeah. Now I got armor too. That's a good feeling for me. I like that. It's a good feel. Neverborn like only having marker removal and condition removal on certain monsters though? Well, I guess Serena Bowman has condition removal, right? It's a little scary. So what was the extra nasty things the Clampets did? Did they clamp? He bent it. No, he bent the knee for Titania, right? Wait. Who's in what faction in the Neverborn Civil War again? 4 stealth models versus Cooper 1. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, I had 4 stealth models in one of my games. It's fun. Yeah, Titania. false queen. See, I don't know where my allegiances lie because I used to be a Lilith fan. I'm not sure why. I think Lilith was a lot of fun to play, but like to be honest, and I might get lynched for this, she's not a very interesting character. Both Nekima and Lilith are very boring characters. I'm sorry, but they are. There are much more interesting characters in Malifaux. But maybe I'm being unfair now. There's a lot of characters and a lot of fighting for the spotlight. I just think they're just like angry and spiteful and yeah. So like, I feel like Lilith was the really angry character with no patience and no forgiveness, and then you have her sister who is that, but more of that. Yeah, but I guess like dissing stuff people like is perhaps not the most charming thing, and I do that a bit, I guess. Yeah, Zoraida is kind of interesting. Possibly a bit all over the place in how, I mean, she's very capricious. She's very like in one story she might actually seem like she has emotions, and then another story she's just some evil witch that tricks you and kills you, and yeah, I don't know. She's interesting for sure. I mean, there's this one Zoraida short story I really don't remember the name of it, but I remember it being very good. Giving quite a lot of yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Spooky, scary Seamus once. Not a fan of goofy Seamus. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of strange comic relief. I don't understand. Yeah, I think I agree. I think Seamus works better as just horror, maybe. I don't know. The McMorning comedy, I just love. Just love. I really like McMorning and Sebastian. They're a lovely dynamic. Yeah, fair. Maybe they're both a little goofy. They're both insane. So maybe that's the thing. Are they just Goofy and Donald Duck? We're both goofy. I do love McMorning. I do. I think he has some brilliant stories. Yeah, maybe. No, fair. I have not read that book either. I'm on my way to it, but it was a thing where I was like excited and bought it off Jenk, and I was like, yeah, so excited, and then read it like a few blurbs and then forgot about it because like it was awesome, but just not very good at getting through, like sitting down and reading. So that's why Breachside Broadcast is very good for me. Still like to have the books though. Seamus with Donald's sailor's cap. Yeah, yeah. Works for me, maybe. Tend to enjoy Neverborn stories in general as well. Like Neverborn and Wrestler stories tend to be my favorites. Brandon Coder is now following. Awesome. Thanks for the follow. How are you doing? Krasjerik. Krasjerik? Crazy Eric. Thanks. Very Mexican, right? It's an easy mistake to make. For the architect or for Castore? I don't know. I think the answer to that is yes. But thanks. I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna pick out some details in silver. For some variation. I wanted most of it to be bronze. Bronze. I'm gonna pick out some cables. Maybe blue. And there's an argument for the Day of the Dead meanies to be part of the family crew, but I mean, just because it's themed for that culture doesn't mean they have to be the same crew. I mean, it kind of works with the undead thing going on with Lady Justice. So basically, you got. I mean, I get the confusion, but I don't know. I kind of think it works. Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, like, for example, uh, Kirai is not a 10 Thunder. It's just Asian. She hates them. She hates everyone, I guess. But maybe, yeah. I get you might want to put them, like, aesthetically, they look nice together. Hmm. The family Krabos. Yeah, good question. I mean, not everything might get a Nightmare Edition, but yeah, who knows? Hmm. They could be versatile, yeah. True. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. But there's Nightmare boxes, and the Day of the Dead weren't actually a Nightmare box, were they? So they actually do more than one alt box. Tend to be two alt boxes a year, right? Or alt crews. Fewer versatile models. Maybe. I haven't really thought about it. There should certainly be few always take versatile models. there should ideally probably not be any versatile model you will always have in your crew, I guess. Like useful but situational is probably where one would want them to be, right? That is a good counter argument, Praetor. Yeah. I actually think there's a good balance of the amount of versatile models. I just think there's some keywords that really suffer. And like my haircut. Oh, God. Like generally, if a keyword has weak models or big holes in what they need to do to compete, there's a problem. Dare I say Sonia Creed? Yeah, there's certainly an issue. The old guild mage. Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad day for Lucius, I guess, that the guild mage got errated. Do people like any of his models other than the lawyer? No, I haven't heard that many times. I certainly don't have all the answers. There's nothing wrong with you discussing that. Uh, haven't heard that one. Maybe once. Yeah, like while I'm very happy about the attention giving to the chimera keyword, I'm a little surprised that we got that instead of like um, a look at more of a look at Lucius's stuff or Anya Lycarian's stuff. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, it always feels quite harsh when they do that. Tools for the job is an ability I am often very envious of. Oh, it is so good. Yeah, like I think the changes to Marcus are good, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, maybe you never know. Maybe Lucius and Anya are better in the next GG, which should be out very soon. I don't know. So, guys, I'm gonna have a tiny break, and then I'll be back slightly refreshed with a less audible tummy. And I'll continue working on this stuff and continue talking with you. Feel free to just hang out in the chat while I'm gone. Uh, Painting Union President and Drudges? Awesome. I'll be sure to check it out. I really like Ironsides. I'm glad you appreciate the painting streams. Painting inspiration is good. Looking refreshed. Yeah, refreshed. I had 2 toasts, and my kitty has had food. Toast with rhubarb and strawberry marmalade. Ah, yeah. So, where was I? Kim says I'm constantly beating myself up for not painting more, so don't feel bad. Mm. I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm beating myself up for buying more miniatures than I have time to paint. So yeah, kind of the same thing. I think a lot of miniatures players do that. I think so. It's just so much cool stuff you gotta collect and play. Like I just I just recently got some new friends from my old Pandora crew. And then I get home from the tournament and I'm like, so rezzers are fun, right? Hobby focus is perhaps not my virtue. Maybe I don't even have a virtue. I'm trying to highlight these joints. So does anyone know what is the Unseelie engine? I mean, obviously it's reminiscent of Atlas holding the world on his shoulders. But I don't know what it is. Does it have to do with like different planes and stuff? Is it the multiverse Atlas? Will someone enlighten me? Thank you for the welcome back, by the way. You guys are so nice. Awful nice to me. One of those old solar system thingies. Yeah, certainly does. This is true. think I'm going to dry brush the aforementioned solar system thingies with lead belcher. Maybe this is madness. I don't know. Like, I want to do all the metallics first because it can be a little messy, and then I want to do the hashtag magical swirly bits. Later, and also paint some of that color as a glow on the metals. So there's a heavy dry brush of this, and then I think maybe I'll tint parts of it blue-ish. Madness ahead. Do I even know what I'm doing? Barely. Barely keeping it together. Those are some miniatures I need to paint. They're barely together. I have those. So the bronze shines through a bit, and that's kind of nice. Like, there's a pattern on this engine that takes pretty well to dry brushing. So I like that. Anti-Kythera engine. Speaking of it, like, that's like something one should know about. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with painting in spurts, so like, it's all right. It's a hobby, should be fun. The Antikythera engine is one of the earliest computers. Oh? Really? But am I like a giant dork? Because I thought Kythera was just like a Malifaux word. Abacus. Speaking of Abacus, I love the Nurgle Trooper who's got one of those. The Antikythera mechanism is an ancient Greek hand-powered orrery. Antikythera is a Greek island. Whoa, mind blown. So there's Kythera and Anti-Kythera? Oh my god. Oh my god. Cool. Solar system thingy. You are educating me well. So what did you do yesterday, Elinore? Well, painted an orrery. What? Basically kind of an Antikythera orrery, I think. Nothing too special about it. Some other games, huh? What about the Ifuri? Arr. Now just think of error, boys. They find your errors. Sorry, making throat noises. Don't know if they're picked up on this on the microphone. Yeah, it's a very inclusive game. Very diverse. I love that. I love that as well. No loaded dice tournaments? Well, you could mark cards, I guess. But no, don't. Don't do that. Two black jokers? No, I don't think I did. Maybe someone else did. I didn't have two black jokers. I might have joked about it. I know a friend has played a tournament and then realizing after the tournament that he'd play with a 53 card deck and the red joker was still in the box. I think it was a tournament. So he played without his red joker. Oops. I have not used two black jokers. I might have joked about it. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's cool to play without your red joker. It's like hard mode, right? But I did actually on the first Swedish nationals in Malifaux. When was this? Maybe like 2013 or something. There was an award for most flip black jokers, and I did win that one. That was in Malifaux first edition. I actually, one activation, I flipped the black joker twice that activation, and it was still a very destructive activation. It was basically like Mei Feng sometimes just didn't stop punching stuff. There wasn't like, because first edition didn't have the triggered attacks can't trigger additional attacks thingies. So Mei Feng could become a pinball machine, like a demolished Collodian friends a bit. And even though I'd actually flipped 2 black jokers in one activation. Yeah, Mei Feng had a flow chart for triggers. It was really fun. It was lovely. Oh, first edition Mei Feng. She she did 3, 4, 5 damage and had triggers to like push 2 and attack again on something different. So that was one of her triggers. So she could just like keep going. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are a bit down on Mei Feng 1, but I really like Mei Feng 2. I always like Mei Feng. She's cool. I think Mei Feng 1 is maybe just like a little power crept, maybe. Because there's been a little bit of power creep, probably. I think. I don't know. Could be wrong about May, though. Played Tony Ironsides and Charles Hoffman. That is a nice crew. But try not to play them a lot where they might get nerfed. Well, Hoffman just got nerfed. Quite recently. Sorry if I'm bearing bad news. Hoffman 2 got nerfed at least. Not Hoffman 1. I actually don't think Ironsides is gonna get a nerf. No, she's not. People don't seem to find her oppressive. Oh yeah, Hoffman 1 and Tony 1 together. Cool. Any nasty tricks there? Or just 2 wrecking balls? Almost a year ago. Yeah, true. Time flies. Yeah, that was fall. Nice. A lot of tournaments don't allow. A lot of tournaments in Sweden are singles, so you can't hire masters. But not all. The ones in Malmö tend to allow master hires. And had a little talk about that with Guslada earlier, and basically said that thinks with the ban system in gaining rounds, it's actually not bad with master hires because you can just ban the combination pretty much that you don't like facing. Made sense to me. And a lot of the time, like, just hiring an additional master can. I mean, there can be some crazy combinations, but it's not like auto good. Depends. Leans heavily into meta knowledge. Yes, that was my thought as well. You that is an argument. Like, if you don't know that Pandora 2 specifically can be a really rough master hire, then you might just be in for an extremely nasty surprise. People who care about bands leaning into meta knowledge are generally the ones who have that meta knowledge anyway. Yeah, maybe. Masters. Oh. My thing. Like, I would consider pretty competitive. I'm not sure. I think it's very fun. Anything but being competitive. Yeah, I guess distinction. Person who breaks the connection. And you can improve it, right? That's the only one I had. What do you to it a bit more. I really like not metal. I don't think there's anything wrong with optimally in a turn powerful. I'm like conversation here, possibly. Something become gamey. In the past, and guess it's a cool. I hope about a sort of a August 15th thing. I hope so. Is it better now? Is the audio better now? Can you hear what I am saying? I would very much like to be understood. Okay. Oh, but it was fun. I just assumed it would be a slightly different robot voice and that they'd recognize it for what it was. Perhaps that was naive of me. Surely this is just because I'm painting a robot, right? It's gotta be. As long as I'm not painting a robot, this is gonna be gone. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. I'm muttering about stupid meat bags. Kinda. Yeah. I was mostly meant as muttering about myself. Like, there have been a couple instances where I felt after a game like I was a bit gamey there. Um, I feel like an asshole now. And I try not to be that person. Not fooling anyone. No, in general, I'm mostly just awful. Or did you mean meat bags as in like me being a robot talking about? See, yeah. My processor, I mean, brain is not the fastest. I would love being a cyborg. Unless it hurts a lot. Maybe it hurts a lot. Maybe it's like chronic pain and stuff. But I mean, who wouldn't want to be? Well, maybe not Von Schill Darth Vader levels of cyborg, but like a cool robot arm. Who doesn't want a cool robot arm, right? And if you haven't seen the IT crowd, I feel like you should Google IT crowd and robot arm and watch that. And this episode is nowadays not short. Oh, people don't know what's good for them. Yeah, it would kind of suck if someone hacked your robot arm, I guess. That sucked. Subscription and pay to use functions. No. Yeah, true. It would. And then suddenly you have like a robot arm that updates, and suddenly it's not supported anymore. So you need to buy a new robot arm because the new Apple OS doesn't quite work with the old one for some inexplicable reason. Profanity filter. Yeah. Or suddenly your arm is like super homophobic. You never know. Malware. Oh. Well, maybe I'm good with my meat arms anyway. Actually. Maybe. Hey, we should do a motherfucker of the day again, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we? Maybe? Robots and robot eyes help blind people where the firmware company stopped and they were stuck in darkness after having sight. So that sounds like a dark science fiction film. Is that a real thing? That's horrible. It's rough being a cyborg, apparently. Ah. But you could. But still, you could look as cool as Bato in Ghost in the Shell, and that'd be almost worth it. Never get the first gen. Yeah, I hate it when like there's cyberpunk or satire and like reality is worse. I guess that is that why dystopian fiction just isn't as big anymore because it got a little too close to. Did Trump ruin the Hunger Games? Sorry. Yeah, no reason. Uh, hmm. Uh, Black Mirror episode. Oh, Black Mirror. There is still, I think, 2 episodes of Black Mirror I haven't seen. I know I haven't seen. There's one in the latest season I haven't seen, and I haven't seen that one about with bees. The bees episode. Somehow I just missed that one. Make Cyberpunk great again. I mean, one could argue that Cyberpunk is awesome now because Cyberpunk is generally made. It's even made by huge mega corporations. So like it's very meta that the whole Cyberpunk experience is just more meta nowadays. The Cyberpunk fiction is actually made by mega corporations too. So maybe Cyberpunk is just in its golden age, right? Cyberpunkception. Cyberpunk and dystopian fiction has never been as good as it is now. Because it's like transmedial or whatever it's called. Oh, not everything in Black Mirror has released? Maybe there's more I haven't seen. Cool. I was a little surprised that the demon episode won't say anything else. Just that, like, it didn't really. Generally, there's more of an emphasis on technology. You have 1 episode left. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I didn't watch the latest season in order, so I'm not sure which one. I think the one I haven't seen is like number 2 or something in this season. Trying to remember what episodes have been in this season. You got the demon one, you got the space one. Okay, maybe this doesn't make for great stream content. I don't know. I painted some cables blue, y'all. So you know. I think San Junipero and White Christmas are my favorites. There are a lot of good ones, though. Yeah, Star Trek one is very good as well. Jesse Plemons, I think. Has some strange stuff. Oh, you have the same. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people like that one, right? The robot vacuum? That's actually one of the ones I like the least, I think. Or wait, vacuum? You mean the little robot chasing them? Right? It was a cute robot, though. Yeah, I thought it was that quadrupedal robot you mentioned, but oh, Love, Death, and Robots. Okay. Those are easy to mix up, probably. Yeah. I have actually not seen a whole lot of those. Uh, saw that one with like the lake lady. That was pretty cool. The first episode was that the comedy one thing. Monster Brawling? Maybe I haven't seen that. Oh, I didn't see that one. No paintball bot. No robot anymore? Sad robot. Yeah. She was a silent slash fembot all the time. Austin Powers. A Hubert. Oh, right. Could have an Austin Powers Battlestar crossover. Would be awesome. Who booked that? Gets grumpy when it's not brought to the front of one of my screens. Oh, interesting. You need more screens, Kim. I'm going to paint the eyes red because this is now Arnold. Maybe. Terminator. Yeah, my ex, they got rid of some screens at her job and she took some. So suddenly my ex, she had 6 screens. So it's like, you have a command center? Yeah, she had a command center. Just because she could. You look pretty funny. / badass. Yeah. This is Arnold now. Maybe some watered down red in this cool chest thingy. It's a chest thingy. You know how there's a funny thing where whenever there's a new Terminator movie, it's always the 3rd best Terminator movie? Isn't that a little funny? I'm not sure that's true, but it's almost true. Mostly because they don't tend to be very good. So apparently the stream is a bit of an attention craver then. Is it? Okay, so what? That was indeed Terminator 3. And that is perhaps the worst one. It was the 3rd best when it was released. It has not been the 3rd best since. Oh, maybe a bit strange. Once 3rd best, always the worst. Yes. To be fair, I think maybe I am a bit of a Dark Fate apologist, mainly because I thought Mackenzie Davis looked kind of hot, but I don't know. I think maybe it's still the 3rd best. Close to the end of today's stream. Yeah. Yeah, we are. And I mean, we finished, I'd say, Tiri, other than like her base and maybe a little glow up. And we at least got probably like halfway through the Unseelie engine. Probably. those are indeed my socials and a way to connect with me. And generally, I'm streaming on this channel the first and third Tuesdays every month. So I just started this, but didn't quite have. I don't have time to finish this step, but the next step I was doing is just painting all the magical swirly bits in dark turquoise, basically just Vallejo turquoise mixed with black. So I'm just base coating it all with that, and I think I'm going to do that off screen because it might not necessarily be super interesting either. And then we'll highlight it and do some hopefully cool stuff with it next stream. So unless I'm mistaken, our next stream should be the 5th of September. Thanks for tonight, you two, Dudewa. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks everyone in the chat. Thanks, Kim. It's always a pleasure. Had a lot of fun tonight. Take care and stay weird. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.